Hey guys, welcome to another code snippet tutorial by OsChannel. In this video, we are going to check if the given string is a palindrome or if a given number is also a palindrome. For those who don't know what a palindrome is, it's just a word, phrase or a number that reads the same backwards as well as forward. So for example, if you read this word wow in a backward order, it spells the same as it reads in the forward order. Same goes for the word madam, kayak or even this number 12121. So I use VS Code, so I'll just create a file in here real quick. And let's start with the shebang. So we are going to write a function called is_palindrome. And let's pass some text to it. Inside this function, we are going to write an if condition checking that if the text is equal to text : -1. So what this basically means is the reversed order of text. I can quickly show you an example of that. So let's open IPython, and if you put in a string called, let's say, ABCD, so basically x : -1 will just print out the reversed order of the string. So this is basically a slice notation. I have a complete detailed video about slicing on my channel. I can leave a link in the description and you can check it out. If text equal to text, let's print out is a palindrome dot and text. We can also return true. Else part we can print let's just copy this part is not a palindrome, and let's return false. So that's our function. Now let's define two strings. Let's say madam and y equal to OsChannel.com. And now to check if these strings are a palindrome, we can call the function by doing an is_palindrome space x and is_palindrome y. So let's save this. So now we have the script. Let's convert it into an executable, and now we can execute it. And now it says basically madam is a palindrome and OsChannel.com is not a palindrome, which is correct. So we have a working function. Let's move on to the second part of our problem, which is checking if a given number is a palindrome. So let's define a number 12121, and to check if it is a palindrome, we do this. So let's save this, and now if we execute the script, it says madam is a palindrome, OsChannel.com is not a palindrome. But when it tries to check if the given integer is a palindrome, it fails with this error called int object is not subscriptable. So what does this mean? So in Python, basically an object contains or can contain other objects. So examples of these are basically a string, list, tuple, dictionary. But integers basically do not belong to this category. So basically integer object is not subscriptable. So what we can do is, if someone passes an integer, what we can do is just take that integer and convert it into a string. So what we are doing here is basically just taking whatever the text the user passes and then converting it into a string and then storing it back into the text. So this should solve a problem if someone passes an integer to us. And now if we check, basically 12121 is a palindrome. So there are actually some other methods as well to solve this problem, but I think this one is much more efficient as well as easy to understand. So before I leave, I'm going to leave you guys a problem. So let's say, for example, we have something called a equal to top spot, and if I want you to check if this is a palindrome, while ignoring the spaces, how would you solve it? So you can just try to solve this question, and whatever the solution is, you can just paste it below. So guys, I'll put this code inside my Git repository and paste in the link of that repository in the description of this video. Guys, since this is my first code snippet video, I would love some feedback on how I went around the code and should I simplify it more while typing it. If you guys liked my video, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel if you would love to see such videos again in future.